Okay. So what we have is the first question on sequences and series is basically from January 2022, a very important question, a huge question. So it is basically from January 2022 and unit 2 sequences and series. It's around 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 marks question. Okay, everyone there with me? Following?
Yes,
Anyone
sir.
have solved this? Anyone solved it as a practice question? Anyone? So we
No,
have,
sir.
are you following? Everyone there? A metal post is repeatedly hit in order to drive it into the ground. Okay, so a metal post is repeatedly hit in order to drive it into the ground. So there is a, you can imagine that there's a metal post who is, it is being hit direct again and again into the ground, just like we do it normally in practical life. And they are saying that on the first hit, the post is driven 100 millimeter into the ground. On the second hit, the post is driven an additional 98 millimeter into the ground. On the third hit, the post is driven an additional 96 millimeter. So what we can expect easily that this is forming an arithmetic sequence. And in arithmetic sequence, what we have, sir, we have a common difference. Okay, everyone there with me? In arithmetic
Yes, sir.
sequence, we have, sir, a common difference. And here we go. The additional distance the post is traveling, it forms an arithmetic sequence. That's what they are saying. We have to show that the post is driven an additional 62 millimeter into the ground with the 20th hit for just 1 mark. Okay, getting it with me? Following? So here we go.
Yes, sir.
If I start solving this in simple, first, what is, it's just 1 mark for part 1. That is for, you have to just prove it, okay, that at the 20th hit, so just have to find the 20th term. Okay, just have to find the 20th hit, or we can say that you just have to find the 20th term. Okay, everyone with me? Following? Clear?
Yes,
Getting
sir.
it, guys? So what we need to
Yes, sir.
understand is that what will be the information. The first thing would be, sir, that when we are solving an arithmetic sequence, what is the formula? Just for revision purpose, I'm telling, although we can do it directly as well. A plus n minus 1 times of d. As I said, next class we solve the complete paper from question number 1. Maybe we'll split into 2 classes, or maybe I'll do it in 1 class. We'll see. Okay. So term is a plus n minus 1 times of d. And here we have, sir, that a will be simple. A will be 100 millimeter into the ground. Okay. Got it. And d
Yes,
will
sir.
be the common difference. That is, we can see after 100, it's becoming 98. And from 98, it's becoming 96, which means that the common difference is -2 after every hit. It is being reduced. Okay, the millimeter is being reduced. So A is 100 millimeter and D will be the -2. Everyone get it? First thing is that you have to identify this, that the common difference is -2 and A is 100 millimeter. Understood, students? Clear? Any doubt, anyone? Any questions? Okay.
No, sir.
Now the question becomes easy, that when you have to find the 20th hit, it will be, sir, A, that is 100 millimeter plus 20 minus 1. That will be 19 times of -2. And it should be coming, sir. So 100 times plus 19 times -2 is what? -38. And 100 minus 38 is, sir, 62. Okay, everyone got this clear? Any problem?
Yes,
This
sir.
is question number 8 of unit 2 January topical past papers of 2022. Okay, everyone got this clear? Any problem?
Yes, sir.
That is
No,
how
sir.
you will prove for 1 mark that the common, that the after using the arithmetic difference, using the arithmetic sequence formula, we have found out that the after the 20th hit, the value is 62 millimeter. Okay, make sure this is not tricky, but couple of parts in this question are very tricky, so follow carefully with me. Okay, everyone there with me? Getting it?
Yes, sir.
And you
Yes,
should
sir.
understand that these type of difficult questions can be asked. Okay, clear? Everyone with me? Following? Okay, next we have part B. Always remember, this is a hint when we are revising. This is a hint that we have to find the total distance, and they have done it. They have put in bold as well, that we have to find the total distance that the post has been driven into the ground after 20 hits. Okay, that the post has been driven into the ground after 20 hits. Clear on this? Following?
Yes, sir.
That the total distance the post has been, the total distance we have to find, which means what we have to do, students, we have to apply, sir, the sum formula. Okay, so I'll start on the new page now for part B. That, sir, we have to find the sum of the 20 hits after the 20th hit, how many we have got. So sum of the 20 hits, it will be the formula, that is n over 2 And then in an arithmetic progression, 2a plus n minus 1 times of d. Okay, this is the arithmetic formula. Just have to apply the simple arithmetic sum formula, arithmetic sequence formula. Getting it, everyone clear? So it will be simple,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
that we already know that the sum of the 20 terms will be, sum of the 20 is equals to 20 divided by 2. As I said, everything is important because it will help us in the last part. Okay, as you can see, last part is 4 marks. That is the most important and difficult step, in which I'm expecting that when this paper would have happened, a lot of students, even the good, even because it's a good tricky part, and make sure once you have got this question, revise it when you are appearing in the exam. It will help you. Although this type of question will not come again, but similar to this question can come again. Okay, particularly for part D I'm speaking. Rest is not that much tricky. Okay, getting it? So we have n minus
Yes, sir.
1, that is 20 minus 1, and the common difference will be -2. Okay, it's a very good question, followed by summation question that I'm going to do next. Okay, so sum of the 20 terms will be 20 divided by 2 is 10, 2 times of 100 is 200, plus 19 minus 2 is -38, I'm sure, right? So 200 minus 38, this time 162, and multiply by 10, I got that as 1620. Understood? Clear,
Yes,
everyone?
sir.
Falling? So it will become 1620, the answer for the part B. Okay, this is the distance. Find the total distance. So we have got 3 marks up till now. That is basically, sir, for question number 8, that is one first part's what to just to prove for 62 millimeter, and the next part is that we got to show that this is basically how much is the total distance, how much is the total metal being hit. So that is 1620 millimeter. Okay, understanding, everyone? Make sure to write down millimeter as well together with the question. Okay, understood, everyone? Clear? Any problem, anyone up
Yes,
till now?
sir.
Part A, part B. Okay, must be clear. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so we got 1620 millimeter. Okay, next part is talks about now 1 and 2, 3 marks. You got it for the arithmetic progression, arithmetic sequence and series. Now the next what they are saying is they are trying to test you, because sometimes you will see that in the EdExcel paper you might get 2 questions on this chapter. Okay, although chapter is only one, that is sequences and series together. But in most of the paper you might find 2 questions, one talking about a word problem like this one, and one talking about maybe summation and normal question. Okay, normal sum to infinity, geometric normal question. But in this paper it was only one question that they asked, and that's why they asked a big question, and they are testing on everything as well. Okay, that given that for each subsequent hit after the 20th hit, so they are telling us that after the 20th hit, till the 20th hit, it was basically what? Arithmetic sequence. But now after the 20th hit, it is forming a geometric sequence with the common ratio r. And what we need to do is basically that on the 22nd hit, the post is driven an additional 60 millimeter into the ground. Okay, that on the 22nd hit, the post is driven an additional 60 millimeter into the ground. We have seen this part A and part B. We have to now find the value of R. What is R, students? R is the common ratio in the geometric sequence, right? In the geometric
Yes,
sequence,
sir.
R is the common ratio. We have to give the answer to 3 decimal places. For 2 marks again, we have to do this. For 3 decimal places, we have to give the answer. So let's start working on the next page. How you are going to do this? We are going to do this the arithmetic, find the value of R, giving answer to 3 decimal places. So let's start with the, now because we are starting with geometric, so we need the first term. Okay, so we need the first term for the geometric, which is going to be the 20th term, that is going to be 62 millimeter. Understanding? Now what I've done is, students, that I have made my A 62 millimeter. Hope everyone is getting it. Basically what we are doing is we are dividing the question into 2 parts, sir. Till the 20th hit, it was arithmetic sequence. Now after 20th hit is geometric sequence. But for the part C, for the question perspective, I am starting from scratch. That is that the 20th hit is now the first term. Okay, now the 20th hit is the first term, not the 100 millimeter. Everyone getting it? Make sure don't make the mistake of taking 100 millimeter as the first term. Now everyone got it? Now the
Yes, sir.
20th hit is the first term. That is why I've written 62 millimeter. And as you all already know that we have to find the value of R, and they are telling us that this is the 22nd hit. Okay, so what we can say, follow carefully, students. We can easily tell that on the 22nd hit, it is 60 millimeter. Okay, so here we go. This is the first term, right? We call this, there's the first term now. So if we call this second term, will be term number, hit number 21, right? Everyone getting it? Is everyone
Yes,
following?
sir.
Second term will be hit number 21, and because we have to go to hit number 22nd when the nail is hit 22nd time, so it will be when the 22nd hit is there, that is the third term. And what is the formula for a third term in the geometric progression, students? The formula for geometric progression for the third term is basically AR n minus 1, so it will be AR square. Everyone getting it? AR square will be the formula for the third term. Okay, got it? Clear? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Calling, everyone got this clear?
Clear.
Okay, so thank you. Other people also respond, that will be good. Okay, very good. So we have the AR square as the third term, and now we can simply for 2 marks equate it, that if we already know that 60 millimeter is the answer for the 22nd hit, right? So it will be compared with A value. We already know A value is 62, sir. We just don't know what is R square. So R square we can find out by 60 being divided by 62. Okay, got it, students? So we got this as square root, and square root. So R is equals to square root of 60 divided by 62, sir. We will get R is to 3 decimal places, 0.984, okay? R to 3 decimal places will be 0.984. Make sure give the answer according to what is required in the marking scheme. And that is how we will get it, that R value was, the common ratio was 0.984, okay? Everyone got this?
Yes,
Part
sir.
A is there.
Yes, sir.
The first page, part B and C is here. Okay, clear, everyone? Understood?
Sir, you
Yep,
wrote it
yep,
with
go.
their AR square. Won't it be AR cube because it's a word problem? The
In
real
this
life
case,
situation.
because in this case, understand like this way. In this case, it's very certain. It's in this case there is no uncertainty because we are hitting it one time. Let's say this is there. Let me explain. Not a problem. Hold on. This is this wood or the ground, okay, and the metal post is there, and you are hitting the nail. Okay, this is the nail. So when you are hitting the nail first time, first hit is done. Second time, second hit is done. Third time, third is done. So what, because we are already clear in this question and the information is transparent, that the 20th hit is the first hit. Okay, so definitely if there is a 20th hit, okay, and they are telling us 22nd hit, they are skipping the 21st hit, right? So it's common sense कि
Yes,
ऐसा
sir.
तो it's not possible कि 20th hit के बाद 22nd hit आ जाए, right? It's
Yes, sir.
100% sure कि there is another hit, that is 21st hit, right? Are you getting it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's why we are sure, because the geometric sequence is being formed after the 20th term, 20th hit. So we are assuming that now the first hit, that is the A is 20th hit, is our this we have made assumption, okay, that 20th hit
Okay,
is
sir.
our first geometric sequence hit, and that is why it will be the first hit, then the second hit, and then the third hit. So that's why it's 3 AR square and power n minus 1, so 3 minus 1 becomes 2. Karam, that I have done the same thing, 3 minus 1 ही करा मैंने भी. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Any questions anymore?
No, sir.
Got it,
No.
everyone? Clear? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Any questions till A, B, part C? Because we are moving to part D.
No.
It's clear, sir.
Okay. So the next thing is, after a total of n hits, follow very carefully, very important for 4 marks. They are saying that, sir, the examiner is asking you, after a total of 9 hits, the post will have driven by more than 3 meter into the ground. Okay, the post will have driven by 3 meter into the ground. Find showing all the steps in your working. So you have to show all the steps in your working, the smallest positive value of n. The smallest positive value of n we have to show. Okay, so it's a very important thing. The first thing you need to realize that the whole question we were focusing on millimeter, 98 millimeter, 96 millimeter, 100 millimeter, 62 millimeter, and this thing. But they are saying that now they need 3 meter. Okay, that the post will have driven by more than 3 meters. So first thing that students should do, let's do it on the next page. For part D, students should understand that they have to convert the 3 meter into the millimeter to solve it. Getting it? Is everyone getting it?
Yes,
So
sir.
that's why you need to
Yes, sir.
understand that 1 meter is 100 centimeter and 1 centimeter is 10 millimeter. Okay, this is basic conversions, map scale from IGCSE. You should know this. So eventually what will happen, that 3 meter will be 3 times of 100 centimeter into 10 millimeter. So eventually it will become 3000 millimeter. Everyone getting it? So 3 meter
Yes,
is
sir.
equal to 3000 millimeter. First thing should be, this should be clear to everyone, that you need to get it as 3000 millimeter. Understood? Clear, everyone? Got this?
Yes, sir.
Now, everyone needs to understand, follow very carefully. They are saying now, because they are treating the question as a whole, they are telling us that it's a total of n hits. Total of n hits means that we have to start from the 0 until the 20th hit. It was arithmetic, and after the 20th hit it was basically how much? 20th hit, it was basic, it's formed a geometric sequence, and we have to find the smallest value of the n. What, how many hits we needed, how many hits we need, and it will be the sum. The post will have driven by more than 3 meter into the ground, which means they're asking for the sum. Everyone getting it clear? So
Yes,
follow
sir.
the explanation for this, students. What we are going to do is important. It will be the sum of the if we talk about the sum of the first 20 terms which were forming an arithmetic sequence, we already know that, sir. Okay, the sum of the first 20 terms that we found out, we already know that were how much? 1620
1620.
millimeter. Okay, the sum of the first 20 terms of the arithmetic progression from part B, you will take help. It was already 1620 millimeter. Okay, everyone getting it clear? This was already there, so this will help us. That till the arithmetic sequence, we already know that what is the sum. Okay, 1620. Is everyone getting it? First thing you should
Yes, sir.
understand that certain n is greater than 20. N hits जो है, the total number of hits are greater than 20, because at the 20th hit we have crossed the distance of 1620 millimeter. I'll repeat myself. At the 20th hit, and the sum of the 20th hit, we have crossed 1620 millimeter. But what we need to cross, sir? We need to cross 3000 millimeter. Everyone getting it? So the answer is
Yes,
definitely
sir.
more than 20 hits. Okay, is everyone clear? Now, how do you
Yes, sir.
find it? So what we can do, because we understand that, sir, after the 20th hit, it formed a geometric sequence. So we can say that 3000 minus the 1620, 3000 minus 1620 will be covered from the geometric sequence distance. Okay, 1620 millimeter was covered from arithmetic sequence. Now, from the remaining distance, that is the remaining distance that we have to cover, 1380 millimeter, we can cover it from the geometric sequence sum formula. Are you getting it, everyone? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why
Yes, sir.
we are doing this, why we are taking a difference between this? It's because we need to cross 3000 millimeter after the total number of n hits, and in the total number of n hits, let's say 0 to total number of n hits is there. This is 0 hit and total number of n hits are there. We have to cross, we have to get the millimeter to 3000 cross after n hits. So we need to understand till the 20th hit where we are forming an arithmetic sequencer. At the 20th hit where we are forming an arithmetic sequence, we have already covered the distance of 1620 millimeter. So the remaining, that is 1380 millimeter, that we need to cover, we will have to cover from the geometric sequence. And that is why we are going to apply the sum of the geometric sequence formula for the n number of hits. Okay, is everyone getting it? So it will be a times 1 minus r power n divided by 1 minus r. Okay, make sure formulas should be on fingertips and it will only come through practice. Don't have to memorize. Okay, getting it?
Yes, sir.
Got it, everyone? Clear?
Clear, sir.
Okay, so what
Yes,
we
sir.
have is basically the sum of the terms. Okay, so here we go. Let's start, sir. We already know what is a. So a was, in our case, in the geometric case, was 62, right? Let's do it with black only. 62. We already know what is r, sir. We have found just out r. 1 minus 0.984 to the power of n. We don't know. Divided by 1 minus 0.984 r value, and this sum should be greater than 1380 millimeter. Okay, everyone getting it? This sum
Yes,
should
sir.
be greater than 1380 millimeter. Okay, so let's work it out. 62, just solve this in the calculator. When you divide 62 divided by 1 minus 0.984, so what I got, 62 divided by 1 minus 0.984, I am getting that as, let me write it down, 1 minus 0.984 to the power of n. and this I'm getting as 3,875. I'll repeat my point, what I've done, how I got 3,875. If anyone is getting confused, I just solve this and 62 divide by that answer. I got 3,875. Everyone got this? Then I have 1380
Yes, sir.
here. So definitely it's common sense. How do we solve this? So 1 minus 0.984 to the power of n, and it will be 1380 divided by 3,875. Okay. You are going to do this 1380 divided by 3,875. We're going to get some value, and then you have to definitely switch the one as well to that side. So this answer minus 3, this answer, whatever this coming is -1. So you need to get that as well. Okay, so it will be so I'm going to get negative 0.984 to the power of n is greater than negative 0.64387. Okay, I've written to a lot of decimal place just for understanding and clarity purpose. Everyone with me following there, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yep. So understand carefully here. We are going to learn a new concept, very important understanding here. Now, because the power is n here, so you will have to apply log. Okay, everyone getting it? And we have done logs. Okay, so you
Yes,
have to
sir.
apply logs. But understand, when you are going to apply log, when you are going to apply log on both sides, students need to understand that negative number is not possible to do that. Okay, the sign will change, the inequality will change. What I mean is that the inequality will change because log negative 0, this inequality will change. Okay, because this is the power of n, right? So the inequality will change. So students need to understand the concept is very important here, that what will happen, see here. Okay, what will happen next will be n multiplied by log negative 0.984. This thing will change. Okay, everyone getting it? It will, the negative sign will cancel. Okay, everyone is getting it right? The negative sign will
Yes, sir.
cancel. Okay, so eventually you will be getting that n is greater than log 0.64387 divided by log 0.984. Okay, so n is greater than whatever the answer is coming, log 0.64387 divided by log 0.984. That is coming, n is greater than 27.295. Okay, let me explain in a once again. Okay, the sign is coming again the same. There's a reason for that. Okay, follow carefully. N is greater than 27.295. So what is the value? The value will be that, so that you can take that the smallest positive value of n that you can take is 28, right, everyone? The smallest positive value of n that you can take is 28, because n is coming greater than 28. Okay, everyone with me following? Everyone is clear? 28 is coming here. Understand that this 28 is basically from the geometric sequence. This is 28 number of hits from the geometric sequence, and 20 number of hits from the arithmetic sequence are also there. Okay, 20
Sir?
number of hits from the arithmetic sequence. Yep, gone. So it will be 20 plus 28, which will make it 48. Okay, so the total number of hits will be required is 48. Okay, gone, I'm listening.
Sir, it's dividing by a negative value. So what the sign, the
That I'm explaining.
inequality sign switch?
Yep, that I'm explaining. Total number of hits required, just give me 1 minute. Total number of hits required are 20 plus 28, that is 48. Okay, fine. First, the final answer is 48. Okay, let me explain that. Okay, first. Okay, everyone needs to understand that we already know that 20 hits were required from the arithmetic sequence. What we have done the working is basically to find out how many more hits are required to cross the 3,000 mark. And that is why we got that from the geometric sequence, we need 28 hits. So from arithmetic sequence, we needed 20 hits, and from geometric, we need 28 hits. So 20 plus 28, you have to add them, and you will get the total number of hits required to cross the 3,000 millimeter into the ground mark. To cross the 3,000 millimeter mark for the post to be driven is 48. Okay, first, this thing should be clear. Got this right? No problem in this? Now,
Yes, sir.
Coming back to the understanding of the inequality. Okay, let me explain it again here. Follow. I did it quickly, so that's why it might be a bit struggling. 0.984 power n. Okay, 0.984 power of n. and is greater than negative 0.643864387 falling. Negative
Yes, sir.
0.984 power of fn is greater than negative 6. So first thing, if you cancel the sign because of the power, understand 0.984 to the power of n is less than if you cancel the sign just now. Okay, getting it clear? If you want to cancel the
Yes, sir.
sign, this is the first step. Okay, everyone with me?
Yes,
Just
sir.
take it out that this is the working of this. Okay, like how we are understanding this, follow this. Okay, so first thing, if you remove the sign from both sides, the inequality will change from greater than to lesser than. Now, okay, everyone following? Now understand, now you have to put the L log. Okay, because negative number cannot give the log. Okay, so this is let's say this is wrong. Okay, negative number cannot give the log, so log 0.984 to the power of n is less than log 0.64387. Understood? Clear? Is everyone getting
Yes,
it?
sir.
Now follow very carefully. Without solving further, just took the calculator. Just take a calculator and put this number in the calculator of log. You will get a negative answer. The value doesn't matter. Just see if it's coming negative answer or positive answer. Similarly, take the value of this only this, okay, not the whole. आप द रीजन इसके ये डायरेक्टली स्टेप मैंने यहाँ पे क्यों लिखा है, बिकॉज वो ऑफिशियली खुद ब खुद कैंसिल हो जाता है. बट अगर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, प्रॉपर अंडरस्टैंडिंग एंड डीप अंडरस्टैंडिंग चाहिए तो अंडरस्टैंड when you put this in the calculator, it's the negative. When you put this in calculator separate, this will be coming negative as well. Check. You can, guys, everyone can check on the calculators. When you put this, the value will be coming negative something. When you put log 0.64387, it will be coming, both of them will be coming negative values separately. Are you getting it? And that is the
Yes,
reason,
sir.
because it's coming again negative. So if you multiply that value with this, any variable, and you multiply the negative sign, because you're going to take it there, so the sign will change again. That is why it will be n is greater than, the value will come, because then the power will come as coefficient, right? The power will come as coefficient as per the rule. But अगर आप इसकी value लिख लें, let's say कि इसकी value आ रही है something negative something 0.70049 something आ रही, although you don't have to write it, but just for explanation purpose I'm saying कि आपको n से multiply करना पड़ेगा. And you already know अगर minus 2x squared लिखा होता है is greater than negative 3x, तो आप sign को change करते हैं कि 2x square is less than 3x. तो यहाँ पर double time हो रहा है, that's why it's cancelling out the effect. So you can simply say that n will be greater than whatever I wrote it, that 64387 divided by, that sign will change. And वैसे भी sign negative will cancel out for this reason. So less than inequality will again change to greater than inequality. Okay, that's what I wrote. So ये आप direct step देख लें, उसके बाद जो हमने यहाँ पर सारी working कर दी उसकी. Got it, everyone? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Understood? Okay. Eventually if you are skipping this as well, so it's not a problem, but just for understanding and future purpose, I'm sharing the information. Okay, because when you put the log with the negative value, then positive value, the log will give a, first thing is that you can't put log with the negative value. Whatever I wrote here was wrong, it was by mistake. So if you put any value of log with the negative, it will not give the answer. First step was basically when you are canceling this negative, the inequality will 100% change. Okay, when the inequality is changing from greater than to less than, that's correct. But the problem comes in because you have to apply log again. And when you are applying log, this value as a separate and this value as a separate, both will give negative answers. And any variable, when you multiply with negative, when you are shifting the sign, the inequality changes. That is why less than will again become greater than. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
So that is what was important for this question. First thing, that 20 plus 28, a lot of students will not do that. And secondly, about the signs as well, a concept learning here as well on the logarithms as well. So hope everyone got this. Okay, make sure do take a screenshot. For ABC was not difficult, but the part D is very important and helpful in understanding. Everyone needs to understand that they're asking for total number of n hits. Because they're asking for total number of n hits, so 20 hits will be helping us from the arithmetic sequence, and the 28 hits we need from the geometric sequence. So total, when we add them, so 48 hits are needed to cross the 3-meter mark, that is 3000 millimeter. Got it, guys? Clear? Should we move forward?
Yes, sir.
Okay, part D is done here. Okay, make sure take a screenshot quickly of part D and those things. Okay, clear, everyone? Got it? Okay, so next question we have is of June, and let's do the June question. Okay, so we have a geometric series question. Everyone with me following?
Yes, sir.
I hope everyone taking a screenshot. Okay, so it's a June. Again, it's a 6, 7, 8 marks in a geometric sequence. In a geometric sequence, we have U1, U2, and U3. The common ratio is R. So they have given all the information, and we have to show that this R satisfies this for 3 marks. Okay, with me, everyone following? Clear? Okay,
Yes,
so how
sir.
do we do this? How will we are going to do it? It's very simple. It's not a word problem. So part A will be that we already know that U4, if we talk about the term number 4, that is 8. So you can say in a geometric sequence, what it will be? 8 is equals to AR 4 minus 1. That will become 3 power, okay? 8 is equals to AR power 3. Understood? Got it?
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes.
8 is equal to AR power cube. So we got this one equation, and the second equation will come from there, and we have to solve it simultaneously to get the working correct. Okay, so U2 term number 2 plus term number 3 is equals to 8. So everyone should know, sorry, 6. So it will be the second term will be AR power 2 minus 1, that is 1, plus AR power 3 minus 1, that will be square. Okay, so it will be AR plus AR square. Okay, students, let me still write it down if anyone is struggling. Term number 2 will be AR power 2 minus 1. So AR, and term number 3 will be AR 3 minus 1. So it will be AR square. Okay, understood? Got this? Hello, got it? So now make
Yes,
sure
sir.
you're sharp and attentive in the exam paper. So understand what you have to do. You have to show that R satisfies this thing, right? You have to show it for 3 marks that R satisfies this. So what you have to do, students, it's nothing difficult. Simply make A the subject and put the value there so you can work it out in the R. Everyone getting it clear? So follow carefully here. I'm taking A as the subject. So let's say I'm taking R plus R square is equals to 6 over there. Or you can take AR common. So 1 plus R is equals to 6. Getting it clear? Are you guys following with me?
Yes, sir.
Everyone there, okay? Understood. I'm taking AR common. I'm trying to simplify this, and eventually I will be getting it as A as the subject. So 6 divided by R times of 1 plus R. Okay, so R times of 1 plus R. So here we go. I got it as 6 divided by R times of 1 plus R. Everyone got this clear? Any problem?
No, sir.
I got
No,
A the
sir.
subject. Why I have made A the subject? Because the examiner wants in terms of R to be shown, okay? So that's why I've made A the subject, sir. And now I'm going to put it in there. So it will be 8 is equals to, instead of A, you can write 6 times R times of 1 plus R and times of R cube. Got it clear? Understood? Any problem? Got it, guys? Okay. And now you just have to simplify to get the equation as what they're asking us to do it. Okay, clear? Guys, got it clear? Understood? So it's very simple now. You can say that R cancels out with the R cube. So R square is left now, R square. So it will be, sir, 6R square is equals to 8 multiplied by 1 plus R. Is everyone there with me? So here we go.
Yes,
It
sir.
will be 8 plus 8R is equals to 6R square. So 6R square minus 8R minus 8 is equals to 0. And then you take the simplification. So 2 times of 3R square minus 4R minus 4 is equals to 0. 0 divided by 2 is nothing. So here we go, sir. It is proved. Everyone can hope got it that 3R square minus 4R minus 4 is equals to 0. That's how we are going to prove this. Clear on this? Any problem?
No, sir.
Got
No,
it?
sir.
So this one is simple for 3 marks that you have to prove this, and we have done it. You can check it's exactly matching. 3R square minus 4R minus 4 is equals to 0. Everyone got it clear? Is everyone following?
Yes, sir.
Now, to understand another concept, they are saying that given that the geometric sequence has a sum to infinity, we have to find the first term, that is U1. U1 basically means what? The first term, right? And the sum to infinity for 5 marks in total, these two. Follow very carefully why they are telling us. Students need to understand there is a reason. There is a reason for giving this statement. There is a very important reason for giving this statement that this geometric sequence will have a sum to infinity. Anyone have any idea why they are saying that this sum to infinity? Anyone? Hello?
We will do u1 plus u2 plus u3 plus u4 is equal to sum to infinity in the formula we will put.
No. Let me explain. The reason for this sum to infinity is we have this 3r square. We have got a quadratic equation 3r square minus 4r minus 4. Follow everyone very carefully for another important concept. Okay. 3r square minus 4r minus 4 is equals to 0. Students need to understand that you will have to solve this, right? You are going to definitely solve this. So let's quickly solve this by middle term breaking. 3 4 is 12. And we can say 6 2 is 12, right? So let's try 3r square minus 6r plus 2r minus 4 is equals to 0. So 3r common, r minus 2 plus 2 common, r minus 2 is equals to 0. Here we go, sir. It will be 3r plus 2 and r minus 2 is equals to 0. So here we go. We are getting two common ratio, students. One is r is equals to 2 and one is r is equals to negative 2 upon 3. Which one we are going to accept, or do we accept both, or do we accept only one? Which one we are going to accept, both or only one? Anyone? Any ideas? Concepts. So students need to understand the reason for giving this. Everyone got it? This is simple, right? How do you find the
Sir,
common
we'll take
ratio
the
by
positive
simplifying?
one.
So you're saying we'll take the r is equals to 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because
Follow carefully.
infinity
Okay.
cannot be negative.
No, understand. Given it can be negative. Okay. Given that the geometric sequence has a sum to infinity, so student needs to understand. This means that if in order to sum to infinity to exist, the ratio, the geometric sequence needs to be convergent. If you have heard about the word convergent and this type of word, although word is not important, so it needs to be convergent, which means if the sum to infinity exists, it means the common ratio is between -1 to +1. Is everyone getting it? So they are just hiding an important information with the help of one line by telling us that this question have a sum to infinity, and you have to find that later on as well. But what this statement is providing help to us is basically that when you are going to solve the quadratic equation, because anyone can prove this, it's not difficult. Just because two equations are there, you can just prove it. Anytime you have been given two equations from IGCSE level to unit 1 unit 2, you can easily get it, simply solving it simultaneously by substituting, and you can prove it. The problem is that when you solve this, you will get the two ratios, and this, because r is positive here, so it is tempting to use that. Okay, that's why most of the students must have taken this. Some of the students in the exam paper might have taken both of the values of r. Okay, they might have said that दोनों दोनों different value हो सकती हैं, different sum to infinity हो सकते हैं, ऐसे भी हो सकता है. But in this case, they are trying to hide the information by specifically saying that it has sum to infinity. So please make a note of it or read this information, that when you have the sum to infinity, the common ratio lies between -1 and 1. And in this case, which the r is equals to -2/3 1 will be accepted, and the r is equals to 2 1 will be rejected. Okay, so this one will be rejected, r is equals to 2, this one will be rejected, and this one will be accepted. So r is equals to -2/3, and with the help of this r is equals to -2/3, we will find the u1. Okay, getting it? So we are going to find part B.
Yes, sir.
That we have already the fourth term, right? So we can take help from this, that u fourth term was 8. So 8 is equals to a, we don't know, because we have to find a, and r, we now know that r is basically -2/3 n minus 1. So 4 minus 1 will be cube, and here we go, you solve this. So 8 is equals to a, -2/cube will be -8/27, right? So just simplify, and you will get this as, when you cancel this, a will be coming as -27. Okay, so a will be coming as just give me 1 minute. Okay. Okay, moving forward, got this part B is clear, right? That we have to get the first term. Everyone got this, right? Now we have to just find the sum to infinity. In order to find to sum to infinity, we just have to apply the formula, that is A divided by 1 minus R, where A is the first term and R is the common ratio. Can everyone hear me, right? Getting it? So A
Yes,
will
sir.
be negative 27 divided by 1 minus the common ratio, that is 1 minus negative 2 over 3, the formula of sum to infinity. And here we go. Whatever the answer is, the examiner, whatever calculator is giving, that is the answer. That is negative 81 over 5. So you can write it as fraction or you can give it as decimal as well. It can come in negative as well. Okay, as we can see, witness here that the sum to infinity can come negative. It's not a problem. Clear on this? Infinity means from negative infinity to positive infinity. Okay, clear on this? Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this question is also done. Part A, B, and C. Make sure to take a screenshot and revise it later on. Okay, part A here and part B and C over there. Okay. Any questions? Let me know. Make sure the formulas are clear. Sum to infinity. Understand this. Remember this concept. When the sum to infinity will exist, the common ratio will be between -1 and 1. And therefore, we are rejecting 2 because of that. Because although 2 can be an answer in normal circumstances, the common ratio can be 2, but not in this for this question. Okay, understood? Clear?
Yes,
Got
sir.
it? Moving on to the October 2022 paper, the topical past papers, we have 2 questions in this paper, I believe. Yep, we have 2. One of them is not that much difficult. The second one is very important for the summation purpose. So we'll do that as well. A geometric sequence has first term A and the common ratio R. Okay, so a geometric sequence has the first term A and the common ratio R. Given that sum to infinity is 3A, we have to show that R is equals to this. So it's not a problem. We have A is equals to the sum to infinity formula. As I said, that the pattern follows. If they're asking in one variant, they will ask in the other variant as well. As we can see, they asked in June and then they asked again in October as well. So A divided by 1 minus R is the formula for sum to infinity, right? And here we go, just plug in the value and we get it. That sum to infinity was 3A. So 3A is equals to A divided by 1 minus R. You solve this. 1 minus R on the cross multiply. So 1 minus R coming here and 3A being divided there. A and A will cancel out, students. And this is how you will get it for 2 marks. 1 minus R is equals to 1 over 3. So R comes there and 1 minus 1 over 3 will result in the R. That is R is equals to 3 minus 1, that is 2 over 3. Got it? Simple working for 2 marks to get the R value common ratio as 2 over 3. Got this, everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
R value is basically 2 over 3. That is the common ratio for 2 marks. And then the next one is that, given also that, let's do it on the next page. For part B, they are saying that what we have is basically given also that U2 minus U4 is 16. So which means the second term minus the fourth term is equals to 16. You have to find the sum of the first 10 terms. This is 5 marks, which means a lot of working, but it's not difficult, okay? Where the K is the K term of the sequence. So with the help of this, you have to find the sum of the first 10 terms for the geometric sequence, okay? Getting it clear? So let's work it out. What will be the U2? It will be AR power n minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. AR power 4 minus 1, that will be 3, equals to 16. Got it? Clear, understood?
Yes, sir.
You can take out the common. So AR times 1 minus R square is equals to 16. And then just substitute the value of R because you already have it. So 16, as I always say that if you are not able to prove, not a problem. Just move forward and try to at least solve the remaining part of the question. So 16 is equals to R times of 1 minus R square. I'm going to plug in the value of R now. That is 16 divided by the value of R will be 2 over 3. So 2 over 3, I'm going to plug in, students, and 1 minus 2 over 3 whole square. We are going to get the value of A. That is the first term. It will be important to get the first term, okay? So 16 divided by the whole solving, 2 over 3 times 1 minus 4 over 9. That will become, if we do the calculator, it will become 5 over 9. And eventually the final answer should be 16 divided by 2 over 3 times of 5 over 9. So we got that as 216 over 5. To check if the working is correct for the first term. Okay, A is 216 over 5. See if that is correct. Okay, we can do it in decimal. That is A is equals to 43.2 as well. Got it, everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
A is equals to 43.2 as well. Make sure do check if I've done the calculation correct in the calculator. We got 2016 over 5 and A is 43.2. Okay. Got this clear? Any problem?
No, sir.
But the question doesn't end here. We have to find the sum of the first 10 terms. So which means we'll have to apply make sure, don't make a mistake. And a lot of students make the mistake of arithmetic and geometric. And so make sure the whole question is related to only geometric sequence. Okay. So you can't make a mistake on that perspective. Okay. So it will be the sum of the 10 terms. What is the formula, sir? A times 1 minus r to the power of n divided by 1 minus to the 1 minus r. Okay. So we are going to say that it is going to be the sum of the first 10 terms. It's just 43.2. Take the decimal. 1 minus 2 over 3 power of 10. Make sure the power is inside the bracket. Okay, so 1 minus 2 over 3 power 10. And then it will be divided by 1 minus 2 over 3. Okay, understood? Getting it? Clear?
Yes, sir.
So 1 minus 2 over 3. So whatever this answer is coming, that will be the answer for us. Okay, so 43.2 times of 1 minus 2 over 3 power of 10 and divided by 1 minus 2 over 3. So I'm getting it as something 127.35. Let's check with the marking scheme as well, whether it's correct or not. Do we have to give an exact answer? No, we have to give the answer to 1 decimal place, which means that the answer is correct. Okay, because my answer is coming in decimals. So we don't need to check. I think it's just simple because the answer we need to give in decimal place. So I think it will be correct that it will be 127.4 to 1 decimal place. If working is correct, this should be coming as correct as well. Okay, so 127.4 is the answer for question number 8, part B, and that is absolutely correct. Got it, everyone? It's a quick revision on this as well. The formulas applying. Main thing was the log thing and that thing with the convergent thing -1. And hope everyone got this, that you have to just simply work it out with the help of basics, substitution, algebra solving, and those things. Okay. Got it, everyone? Part B is here and part A is
Yes,
here.
sir.
Okay. Make sure quickly take a screenshot of question number 8 as well. We can see question number 8, part A is here, and question number 8, part B is here. Okay. Come on, quickly. Then we do another question from October 2022, which is a very good question. Got this clear? Any problem in this one? Any questions to be asked? Okay. Now, as I said that in this chapter, you can be asked the word problems, the basic type of this type of question that we have done, and you can be asked the summation questions. Okay. How do you find the sum of that summation question? So let's quickly have a look at this. It's a very important question and it's a recent question as well. So make sure understand that this type of question, definitely exactly this type of question will not be tested again, but similar to this type of question can be tested. So make sure you have that much practice available and you can connect in the exam paper with these type of questions so you can solve quickly. Okay. With me following? Any problem in question number 8? Quickly let me know. Although it's not difficult, this one is simple. Getting it, guys? Clear? Should we start? Question number 3.
Yes, sir.
Question number 3 will be the
Yes,
last
sir.
question for the day. We have October 2022. Again, 2 questions. Mostly they ask 2 questions in a one paper, but they can ask 1 question as well. It depends on different sessions. Okay, so a sequence A1, A2, A3 is defined by this thing. So the formula is given, the sequence is given. You have to just find the sequence exact values of these. So the good thing is, even if the problem will be in part B. Okay, students, the problem is in part B, but the good thing is that even if you are not able to get it, you still can get easily 3 marks very easily. Okay, we have like nothing I have to do, just take the calculator, put the value. So the good thing about maths is they always try to give some free marks. Okay, so everyone can make it up. Okay, so we have to find A1. So it will be simple, sir. A1 will be cos square into 1 pi over 3. Everyone getting it? Just quickly take out your calculators and give me the value. I already know the values. I've solved it a couple of times this question. So it is coming 1 over 4, right? Got it? A1
Yes, sir.
is coming 1 over 4, right? Everyone got this? Then A2, again, you'll find out the second part as well now. Just have to give the values, okay? So no solving, nothing. Just put it down and just tell the examiner that you have done this. So cos squared 2 pi over 3 will also give anyone any answer? 1 over 4, the same answer, right? Am I correct? Or am I right? And the third one will be, hello, there with me. So A3 will be cos square 3 pi over 3, right? So cos square 3 pi over 3 will be, I think, 1. Because pi will always be 1, right? Cos pi. So 3 and 3 cancel out. If you are not getting it, how to put in the calculator, let me help with that as well. Because you can't put square, I think. So do it in this way in the calculator. Cos pi, or this one, like second part, cos 2 pi over 3 multiply by cos 2 pi over 3. So you will get 1 over 4 as the answer. Okay, everyone getting it? How do you
Yes,
put it in
sir.
the calculator? It's a square now. What does square means? A into a square, right? So cos 2 pi over 3 into cos 2 pi over 3, cos pi over 3 into cos pi over 3, getting it? So that's how you can get 1 over 4 values. Everyone clear?
Yes,
Guys
sir.
got it? Need to move forward to the next part. Is everyone clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, always remember the word hence. Because they have given you free marks, so now they will try to help you out with the 4 marks as well. Part B is hence find the exact value. You have to find the exact value. You must make your method clear. You have to find the summation of this, okay? The sum of this function from the first term till the 50th term. Everyone with me following? The first
Yes,
term
sir.
till the 50th term, okay? Now, there's a common sense as well. If you see in this paper only, in question number 8, they have tested you geometric sequence. So you should understand that in this question, they will not test you geometric. They might test you arithmetic or something different, okay? Getting it? Clear? So
Okay,
this
sir.
should be your knowledge, and this should be your building up the skills by practicing a lot of papers, that if they have tested one time geometric, they have to test something else as well, right? Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
So that's what we are going to apply here. Follow carefully. First thing, don't have to look at the whole question. Always remember, these type of questions can be worked out in splitting it, okay? Make a tip, make a note it down in your notebook. These type of questions, when summation are there of two different things, they are saying us to use the word of hence. Hence means taking the help from the previous part. Always remember, there is a reason for everything. They have given they have asked you to find the 3 terms because they want you to think in that way in the next part as well, okay? This is free marks, okay? Nobody will make a mistake in this. Not even if he or she haven't prepared for the exam, still she will get these 3 marks, because it's nothing. Just have to plug in the value, simply 1 and 2 and 3, and just the calculator will do the rest, okay? Getting it clear? Now we are going to split this question into 2. So it will be that we have to go from the first term till the 50th term, okay? And we have to add all of the sum of n. And similarly, I'm splitting it, that again we have to go from 1 to 50 for this thing, that is cos square n pi over 3. Everyone getting it clear? Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so follow. As I said, I will split the question, students. When you have split the question, students, you will first take this into account, because it's very simple, and try the values and get the answers, okay? So everyone knows, when I'm going to plug in 1, I will get 1. When I'm going to plug in 2, I will get 2. When I'm going to plug in 3, I'll get 3. When I'm going to plug in 4, go on. And when I'm going to plug in 25, I'll get 25. When I'm going to plug in 50, I'll get 50. So what is happening? It is forming an arithmetic sequence. So you can easily find out that some of the first 50 terms. First, make sure identify what is your first term. So your first term is 1. Your common difference is also 1, because you are adding by 1 1 in it each. Everyone getting it? Your
Yes, sir.
common difference is 1, because you're adding it by 1 1 each. Your first term is 1, and you just have to find the sum of the 50 terms, for which you can apply the formula, my dear students, that is of the arithmetic progression. So understand, there's a formula like this as well. If you don't know, please write it down. In an arithmetic progression, you can apply the formula n divided by 2, first term plus the last term. Okay, first term plus the last term you add. This will facilitate your work and make it easy. Or if you are struggling, or if you don't remember it in the exam paper, just do it the same way, okay? Basic way, okay? Not a problem, still get the same answer. Understood? Just apply
Yes,
the
sir.
same formula. not a problem, but this is just for understanding purpose. If you know the question's first term, I know, sir, the question's first term. If you know the question's last term, so n number of terms are 50, 50 divided by 2. First term I know, sir, is 1. And the last term is also what, students? The 50th term is 50, right? 50th term is 50. Simple, right? Last we have to go 50, 50. Right? Everyone got it? So here we go. 50. So 50 divided by 2 is 25. 25 times of 51. So here we go, sir. 1 or 2 marks will be for this only. 2 marks you can get for this by saying that 1275 is the sum that we will get from this part only. Hope students get this. From this part only, students,
sir.
what we are going to get? From this part only, we are going to get, sir, sum of the 1275 as the summation for the 50 terms from this part only. Everyone clear? This is not the final answer. As I said, it's only 2 marks. Everyone, any doubt in this, please ask now. Any doubt in this, please ask now. Got it clear?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Everyone clear? Now coming to the next part, okay? Is everyone following? Now coming to the blue part. 1275 is clear, everyone? Can I move forward? Hello? Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Other people, right? Everyone is
Yes, sir.
clear? Everyone got this? Okay, the next part, we'll do it here only. Let me write it down that we have to go from the unit, from the 1 to the 50th, and it is cos square n pi over 3 we have to go. So let me know. We already know, sir, when I'm going to plug in the 1, like this one that we are going, yeah, we already know that when we plug in a as 1, we already got that. What we got that? We got 1 over 4, right? Is everyone with me? When we plug in
Yes, sir.
A2, we got 1 over 4. When we got put A3, we got 1, right? Clear? These were the 3 terms that we got for A1, A2, A3 by plugging in this, because this question is exactly half of them is same, right? This thing and this thing is exactly same question, right? Getting it? Guys, clear? Now,
Yes, sir.
because you are doing it in the exam paper and you don't know what to do next, just try to always remember, just try to follow the pattern, okay? A1, A2, A3 were already found out in the previous part, sir. What I did in the exam quickly was just pick my calculator and try to get the values of A4, A5, and A6. Okay, I got the values of A4, A5, and A6. What is the value of A4? So A4, when you plug in A4, so cos square into 4 pi over 3, cos square into, let's do it here only, cos square 4 pi over 3, A5 will be cos square 5 pi over 3, and A6 will be cos square 6 pi over 3. Understood? So what is the answer coming? Come on. This one is coming again 1 over 4 in the calculator, right? Am I right? Or am I right? A5
sir.
is coming 1 over 4 as well, and A6 will be coming 1. Okay, quickly try it in the calculator and let me know. I'm waiting, okay? Try it in the calculator, everyone. A4, A5,
Yes, sir.
and A6 will say the same pattern, that is 1 upon 4, 1 upon 4, and 1. There's a word for this as well, something called recurrence relation. But the word is not important. What is important is that this will follow the same pattern, okay? If you have time in the exam, try A7, A8, and A9. So what is happening after the multiples of 3? I'll repeat my point. What is happening after the multiples of 3? You are going to get the 3 same answers. Like this is the pattern, okay? What the pattern is, let me write it down. A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, A8, and A9. Okay, so this is the pattern. What is the pattern? That for the first 3 terms, it will go like this, and then it will go like this, and then it is going to go like this again and again. Getting it? Everyone following? Understood? Is everyone getting it, guys? Hello, can anyone
Yes,
hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what is the best way of getting it? So understand, what you do is the sum of the first 3 terms. Okay, so what you say is that, sir, A1 plus A2 plus A3 will give me what? Follow carefully. So A1, 1 over 4, that is 0.25 plus 0.25 is 0.5 plus 1. So I think it is giving us 1.5. Okay, right? The sum of the first 3 terms, A1, A2, A3 will be 1.5. Everyone got this clear? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, very important. Okay, very important. Now, the problem, everyone, the thing is that even if you can judge this, that it will follow a pattern, and it is following a pattern, so you can add it because of the restriction of time, and you have 4 marks, so 4 minutes almost, and you have to go till the 50th term. So it's like it's not good thing, or we can say it's like what is it's foolishness to go like this way to the 50th term. Okay, it is foolishness to go till the 50th term like this. That's adding 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. So you need to think logically, think in your mind, think logically, try to apply shortcut or smart work. Okay, we can say smart work. Everyone getting it? Guys getting it? So what you need
Yes,
to
sir.
understand
Yes,
till
sir.
where we have to go? We have to go till the 50th term, right? Sir, we have to go till the
Yes, sir.
50th term. So understand that after every 3 terms, follow like this, sir. After every 3 terms, I will get the sum as 1.5. 3 terms, 1.5, 1.5, 3 terms. Okay. So you just think about it.
Yes,
What
sir.
I did was, when I was solving, so what I did was basically, I know 1 till 50 I have to go. So think about that, what 3 can multiply with in terms of the number of terms. Everyone knows that 50 can't be divided by 3, right? 50 can't be
Yes,
divided
sir.
by 3. 49 can't be divided by 3, but 48 can be divided by 3. That is 16, right? Everyone getting it? So what I can say is, everyone following, that till term number 1 or till A1, everyone getting it, till A1 till A48. Is everyone following with me? Till first term,
Yes, sir.
guys, everyone there? Till first term,
Yes.
that is A1, till the 48th term, how much I will get? I will get 16. 1.5 is the sum of 3 terms, right? 1.5 is sum of 3 terms. I will get it by 16. Okay, everyone getting it? Like 3 times of 16 will give me this answer, everyone. 3 times of 16 terms will give me 48, right? So this is the sum of 3 terms. So I'll multiply this by 16. Okay, everyone getting it clear? 1.5 times 16
Yes, sir.
will give me 24. Is everyone getting it? So 24 is the sum till the 48 terms. 24 is the sum till the 48 term. And you guys know now that A49 and A50 will be what? 1 over 4 and 1 over 4. The pattern will follow. So you can just add 49 term 1 over 4 plus 58 term 1 over 4. So it will become 24.5. So this is the sum of the 50 terms, 20.24.5. This is the answer for this one, for the cos square. And you can add this into 1275 n plus this one, because this is a plus sign between them, right, students? So here you go, give the examiner the answer. So 1275 plus 24.5. They were asking for the exact answer. So this is the exact answer. Okay, make sure to leave it as 2599 divided by 2, the exact answer. Okay, everyone get it? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Anyone who didn't get why I multiplied by 16, let me know why I multiplied. Anyone who didn't get why I multiplied by 16, I can explain again as well. Let me know. Is everyone following? Clear, guys? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There 16 I'm multiplying. I'll repeat myself. The reason I'm multiplying 16 by 1.5. Sir, 1.5 is the sum of the first 3 terms. And eventually all next 3 terms will be like this. So how many times I will get this? I will get it 16 times. So I can reach it to the 48 terms. Okay. There is another method as well. Let me explain that as well. If anyone is struggling, so follow that. Okay. How you get this? Okay. Everyone knows. Everyone, based on this, if you have got till here now, you can do everything. Then you can just imagine, use your mind and get this. Okay. If you have got till here, then you can do it anyway. Just have to show the proper method. What we know, sir, A3, A6, A9 is always giving 1, 1, 1, right? A3, A6, and A9 is giving 1 and 1. Is everyone getting it? A3, A6, A9 will give 1, 1, 1. So what are these?
Yes,
These
sir.
are multiples of 3, right? So what you can do
Yes,
is,
sir.
these are multiples of 3. So how many multiples of 3 will come from 1 till 50? How many multiples of 3 will come? Just do it basic maths. How many multiples of 3 will come from 1 till 50? The rules are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42, 45, 48. आप इन सबको नोट डाउन करें. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. आप इन सबको नोट डाउन करें. ये 16 टर्म्स बन जाएंगी. तो आपने क्या करना है, 16 टाइम्स 1 कर दें तो 6 सम आ जाएगा. इन टर्म्स का सम आ जाएगा 16. इन टर्म्स का सम आ जाएगा 16. एंड व्हाट आर द अदर टर्म्स लेफ्ट? सो दीज आर लेफ्ट A1, A2. फिर आप उनको हिसाब से कर लें कि 1/4 को किससे इट्स सिंपल. सर 16 टर्म्स को 1 से मल्टीप्लाई करना है. out of 50 terms, follow carefully, out of 50 terms 16 terms जो है उसमें 1 आएगा. I'll repeat myself. Out of 50 terms, sir, 16 terms में 1 आएगा, तो 16 times 1 कर दिया. तो how many terms are left, sir? 50 minus 16 is 34 terms are left. 34 terms में क्या आएगा? 34 terms में 1/4 आएगा, 1/4 1/4 आएगा. तो 34 terms को आप इन दोनों को ऐड कर लें, exactly 24.5 बनेगा. You can do it now. 34 terms में 1/4 आ रहा है और 16 terms में 1 आएगा. आप इनको ऐड करेंगे तो you will get as well the same answer. Everyone getting it clear?
Yes,
But
sir.
ये आपको पूरा शो करना पड़ेगा. This I'm not showing. That's why because it's you see clearly. As I said, you can use any method for. अगर as I said, if you have identified this, students, if you have identified this, how it is going to go, then do it anyway. For the examiner, just making it sure, making the method clear. That's why my method is completely clear. That how I've done, why I've multiplied 16 and 49 and 50 term I'm adding. So he will get an idea what I'm doing it here. Okay, everyone getting it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
hope everyone gets it. Yep, go on. Should I explain the other method again? Or everyone got that as well? Yep, go on. I'm listening. Please take a screenshot and make sure revise the lecture. It's a very important recent papers because these are 2022 questions. You can still expect something similar question on these lines in the next part as well. Okay, so this is we have finished. Okay, got it? Claire taking the screenshot.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll continue from here. Okay, thank you. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Bye.